Okay, here is our final daily math lesson for the week. So today is Friday, May 29th. So we are going to be investigating how to measure to the nearest half inch. So when you look at your ruler, boys and girls, and I did attach a video that you can watch first. It kind of goes through the ruler just like I'm going to do. So when you look at your ruler, you've got your whole numbers. These are your whole inches. Get a little bit closer. Okay. But you're going to notice all these little lines in between the whole inches. So I'm just gonna highlight my benchmark. So here's 1 inch, 2 inches. Can you see that, boys and girls? Oof, I'm not sure you can. So let me just do it here. Right in between the two whole numbers, there's a larger, what's about half the size. So let me pull this a little bit closer. So, this way. So this is 1 inch, 2 inch, and then right in the middle of those two is the half-inch mark. So if I take a look at this and I want to measure a line segment, and I see it goes right to that middle yellow mark, boys and girls, right here. That would be 1, because it's right in the middle, 1.5. Remember those fractions? So I'm not sure if you can see that. There's my half mark. Oh, there we go. That's much better. 1 and another half, because that would be right in the middle. So we're going to take a look at how to measure line segments to the nearest half inch this time. So in your packet, you've got a page that looks like this. I know it's a little bit dark, but I think you can do it. So all you're doing, boys and girls, is it's telling you exactly, you don't have to measure the length. It has an arrow to show you. So for this first one, we're measuring in inches, okay? So 5 inches. But if you look at the second one, oh, wait a minute, I think there's a, it looks similar to what Miss Bully was doing before. 2 inches, 3 inches, 3.5. So when you write it, you're going to want to write it like that, 3.5 with your little abbreviation for inches. So you're going to go ahead and do that. And then on the back side, we just did this with centimeters, but this time you're going to do it measuring to the nearest half inch. Okay, so I'm going to just pick one of these. I think I'm going to do, okay, so this is where we need a little practice. So if I look at this, I see it's 6 and, oh, it's over the 6.5 mark. Remember, you're going to, if anytime it's over that midpoint, the nearest whole would be 7. So if I measure this to the nearest half inch, it's actually closer to 7 than it is to 6. Okay, there's 6.5, but if I count by halves, remember, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7. When you're measuring, boys and girls, it's, you're going to want to make sure you're going to the next half inch, okay? So that the nearest half inch would be 7 for that one. So let me just pick another one. Okay, so if I look at this one down here, 3, oop, that one's right on the half mark. So that's 3.5. This takes a little practice, but we can do it. I also want you, I know it seems like a lot of pages, boys and girls, but it goes pretty quickly. So this page here, measure each line to the nearest half inch, write the length and line provided. So all you're going to do, boys and girls, is you're going to take your ruler. It's kind of hard to do holding it. So that is actually the nearest half inch. Remember, we can count these in halves, is 3 inches. So I'm going to go down to one more. Okay, so now this one's interesting. Okay, so make sure you're lining it up there. So this one actually ends close to the 3. So the nearest half inch, boys and girls, you're always going to want to go up to the next one, to 3.5. So 3, 3.5, 4. Okay, so then on the bottom, you're going to create a little line plot according to what's up here. So when you do a line plot, boys and girls, so this one was 3 inches. Let me just write that down. I think that one was 3 inches. Yep. So I wrote 3 inches up on the top. Then down here, when you do a line plot, mark the measurement using an X. So I'm going to put an X by 3 inches. Then you're going to measure the next one. And when you do a line plot, boys and girls, try to line them up so it's easier to read. Then I want you to answer some of those questions on the bottom. Okay? And that is it for today. So if you're struggling with measuring to the nearest half inch, you can watch that video again that I posted on there. Or we will do a little bit more practice later. So have a great day.